What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with another Tales of Arise video, as funny as that is to say. I think the last time I've gotten to say that was back when... Well, I think I did make a video. I mean, I've made so many videos since then, so I don't recall. But I do believe I made a video about the trademark for Tales of Arise. When that was for... when was that, honestly? I'm actually gonna look here on my phone as we're kind of talking about this, but yeah, it's pretty crazy where this is actually coming around. You know, obviously we are over 2 years now since Tales of Arise first came out. It came out in 2021 on September 9th. And now as I'm recording this, it's September 14th, and they just announced a post-game story DLC. So we're obviously going to go through the trailer here in just a second. I just want to see when I made that trademark video. I don't know why it's giving me such a hard time. Just going to look up the... Okay, yeah, it was 9 months ago that we first heard about this trademark being made for Beyond the Dawn. Tales of Arise Beyond the Dawn. And, you know, speculation was around for so long. You know, people thought, you know, maybe we're getting an anime adaptation. Some people thought maybe it's going to be a sequel. We had no idea what to expect. I was still leaning more towards DLC because they were pretty firm when, you know, when they first started that this was just going to be kind of like a one-and-done story. I didn't rule out DLC because they could very easily either have done, you know, prequel or sequel DLC. Obviously, they went with the latter, a sequel DLC. But I obviously wasn't expecting it during today's PlayStation State of Play. Otherwise, I would have probably done a blind reaction to it. I was just kind of watching. I thought they would have... I really need to stop expecting them to show it at their own Tales showcases because, as we've seen pretty much since Vesperia Definitive Edition, they have not bothered doing it at their own showcases. Everything has been revealed during a Western... I don't remember if Symphonia Remastered was during a Western thing or if they did it during one of their Japanese streams, but pretty much everything, you know, Vesperia Definitive Edition, Arise itself, when they first showed it off at E3, and now this, you know, they really seem to want to do it at these worldwide showcases to get more eyes on it as possible, which I think is smart. Of course, it just sucks, obviously, if you're because, I mean, obviously, they have Japanese streams, you know, whenever they do, like, PlayStation or Nintendo, you know, they have it in a bunch of different languages, so obviously, they still got it as well. But it's still funny that they do it during these, like, worldwide reveals. But let's go over what's in the trailer. We'll watch the trailer in full first, and then we'll talk about things after. So let's just play it real quick. Actually, I'll just pause it as we're kind of going. That way we're just kind of talking about it. So let's do that again. I mean, oh my god, I keep going too far forward. Okay. So like Alphen just said, 1 year has passed since pretty much everything ended. Now, of course, we do the spoilers, by the way, if you haven't beaten Arise. Obviously, in the credits are canon, by the way, to what happens in the story. Like, it's not like, you know, a lot of people see it, they just think it's like fun artwork, but it's supposed to kind of be like a little tease to, not even a tease, but just like a little reward after beating the game as to what the characters do after the story is over. Obviously, Alphen and Xion get married. We don't know when their marriage actually happens, though. Like, did they get married within this 1 year? I mean, the DLC might tell us itself, but I'll be very interested to see where in the events this kind of takes place. Like, is it after they got married and have their own house? Like, what's the deal? Okay. Okay, so I didn't actually catch that when I first watched the trailer. So her father, so she's obviously a Renan. Her father was a lord. We don't know which one. Even just telling by design, it's kind of, I don't even know, but she's obviously, this is going to be their new character, because obviously I feel like a post-story DLC wouldn't do as well if it just focused on these six, because their stories are concluded. All six of their stories, we've gone through, even Shion at this point, she's just, happy to be with everybody. So I think it is good to add another character to kind of have a reason for these characters to kind of keep going. Okay, we got some new areas. Hold on. Obviously, this isn't a new area. Like, obviously, we've been here. But here, okay. So we've got some kind of, like, icy cavern. This is definitely new. So I'm curious if there's just gonna be new areas of Dana that we're just gonna be able to explore. Okay, this feels very high tech. There's like that first dungeon you go into with when you're still just with Alphen and Shion, like early in the game. That's kind of like this, almost like it was a downed ship. So I wonder if this is like another similar thing. Like maybe the ship belongs to the Lord who this girl's father was. Look at that. Well, we know where that is. Like, this is by near where we fought the, I don't remember her name, but the fourth Lord, where we fought her, I believe. So even post-story, Alphen still has his, by the way, you'll forgive me if I don't remember all the specific terms for everything, but the power of his, like, eye, I forget what that was called. The thing that he and, Volron had. Yeah, that thing, where he gets, like, the crest behind him, too. Looks like there might be some new arts as well. Okay, no, that's old. I mean, there might be some new arts. Oh. Wait, that was Volron. I didn't catch that either the first time I watched it. Hold on. So she puts on the mask, or so we are going to see Volron again? Is that possibly her father? They said her father was a lord. And there you go. Tales of Arise Beyond the Dawn coming November 9th, which we will obviously be doing a playthrough on the channel. I'm not sure. I mean, if it's 2 years 2 years in real time, it took them to make this DLC. I'm expecting it to at least be decently long. I mean, obviously, I'm not expecting another 40-hour DLC, but be cool if we get at least another 15, 20 hours of story, seeing what happens after the events of everything. It looks like there's a little more after this. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that tease was supposed to be. So I'm guessing she's not going to be playable, though. The way they're kind of showing things, she just kind of seems like a character that's going to be journeying with the party. The most interesting thing here is she seems to have, like, the same mask Alphen was wearing, and she's kind of putting it on her face for some reason. So it seems like they are trying to save her, but then she's going to go against them for some reason. Like, maybe this was all, like, a trick. Maybe she's just working for... I'm feeling we're going to get the kind of story where originally she came down here to fulfill... I mean, Volron didn't really have any, like, ambitions. He just was evil. But maybe she just wants revenge for, Alphen and them killing her father. If she is Volron's daughter. I'm making a lot of assumptions here. Maybe that's what's going on here. And she comes down here with the plan of betraying them and, killing them. But then after spending so much time with them, they do the usual thing where she starts to like them and see that they're good people. And then that's where you know, she is going to struggle towards the end. That's what I'm kind of expecting. That feels like a very Tales thing to happen. But we're going to have to see. This is also where, or maybe she's trying to resurrect Volron, because this is the area where, not the last area we fight Volron, but one of the, is like the second to last area before he meets us on, you know, the final area, where we thought we killed him. So that's interesting. But yeah, so Tales of Arise Beyond the Dawn DLC coming November 9th. So less than 2 months away. I'm very excited to have some new Tales content to do, even if it is just a DLC for Arise. There's obviously, it's like I said, there's not really much you can do for the main cast anymore in terms of character development. Obviously, all of them have already gone through their arcs, so it is mostly about her, but it is also about how they interact with her and how they, you know, handle her in general as a character. It would have been cool if she could have been playable, but I'm still really expecting she's not going to be, simply because it seems like she's the one that they're kind of looking after. Even though it does seem like she's able to fight to a certain extent, I don't think she's going to be a playable character. But let me know what you guys think down below. Let me know if you're excited for this DLC. And, of course, once it comes out, we're going to do a full playthrough on it. And, see, I'll have to reinstall Tales of Arise, because pretty much after beating Arise, I didn't really... Well, I guess after the SAO DLC, I pretty much uninstalled the game, because I didn't really have any other reason to keep playing. I do hope, though, I'm hoping for one of two things. If this just takes place in the normal game, like you just load your save file and this just starts, that they increase the level cap. You know, maybe increase it from like 100 to 150 or something, because it's going to be very boring if we can't increase our stats during the DLC. But I could also see it being a thing where it's going to be its own kind of like story on the home screen, like below load save, there's going to be the Beyond the Dawn thing. It's going to be its own thing. And then the cast will start at a very specific level and you can level up to a DLC. But it'd be cool if they just add like another 50 to 100 levels to the base game, but I guess we'll see. So that's gonna be it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe more if you're new to the channel. I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.